Hi everyone, this is Lisa with Lisa's Coloring Corner. If you're new here, hello and welcome to the channel. And if you're back, welcome back. We have another set of pencils to show you. These are the Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor pencils. So you can get the set of 72. Yeah, let's open it the right way. And it has this hinged lid. There is just a silver case with the Lyra logo on the front. Ooh, aren't them pretty? Oh, the smell of fresh new pencils. They do come with this lift out. However, I see you have to be very careful. It doesn't, yeah, it's not attached to the tray whatsoever. So, yeah, don't let it slide off. Your pencils are going to go all over. I appreciate the fact that they did include this, but I think it should have been attached to the tray. And again, the tray is your typical plastic flimsy tray. So this is tray 1. Look at these beautiful colors. They do not seem to be in any order whatsoever. And here is tray 2. So yeah, they're all over the place. And then not every single color is in here. Seems to be par for the course lately. So we do have a set of 12 grays. Yeah, these are all gray tones. Some of these are in here. I think there are 6 that aren't. So again, like some of the other sets, if you are a gray person, if you like your grays, like a lot of artists do, they use their grays a lot for their shading and things. You have to purchase them separately. Now, maybe they go through the grays faster, and you know, then they can just pick up a set of the grays. But for those of us hobbyists, you know, I wish these companies would sell this set separately. And boy, oh boy, this is Lisa proof. Sell them separately, but yet give us a complete set also. And I'm just going to cut this off. I'm having problems. Here we go. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so this is the set of 12 grays. So the pencils say Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor and Germany. We know pretty much anything coming out of Germany is typically good. Okay, let's look at the pencils themselves. So this is going to be fun putting these in color order. As you all know, I don't really care about the flimsy plastic trays because I always put mine into pencil cases anyhow. Let's look at the pencil itself. Now we have this beautiful wood casing and then color dipped at the end. It is capped. Kind of a smaller, it feels like it's a thinner pencil. But here we do have on the one side, we do have a UPC symbol. You can, okay, yeah, you can purchase these separately. If you look on Dick Blick especially, I know you can find them over there. But we do have the color name, Zinneber Vermilion. So I believe 2 languages. And then we do have a number down here. I think the preliminary numbers is the series. And then you would look at 17 for the color number. Then on the other side, we do have the brand name and Germany. So we do have a color name and number. Let's see for sure. Where did I put it? There we go. What the core is on these pencils. I have No, it says a 4.0 core on the website. I have 3.7. And the pencil itself, I have 6.8. The website says 7.4. I don't know if this thing is off or what. If we zero it out, I mean, I know getting to the actual size of the core can be kind of tricky. Okay, I have 3.4, yeah, and 6.7. Okay, I'm going to have to do, you know, it may need calibrating. So I'm going to have to look into that. But supposedly then it is supposed to have a 4.0 core. So that is a thicker core. But yet the pencil itself is only 7.4 millimeter. So there is not a lot of wood to this pencil because it is a thinner pencil, but yet a thick core. So you do get a lot of lead in this pencil. They don't put a lot of wood around, which is not a bad thing. So interesting. They're a very pretty pencil. Kind of reminds me of the Caran d'Ache Luminance. All right. In this set of 72, you get, is this, yes, you get two what are called Splendor blenders. And no. Yes. And they are supposed to, I only see the one in here. Am I going blind? Oh no, here it is. So you have two Splendor blenders. Now I heard really good things about these, but that they don't work real well with other color pencils. However, from what I've heard, they're supposed to work great with these pencils. So we're going to test out the Splendor blender. Love that name, right? When we do a little bit of coloring on some leaves. And we'll test out the colors. I'll pick like 3 greens and we'll just do a 3-color blend. So it's a very light pencil also. I will leave links to these colored pencils. I did get mine on Amazon. However, I believe you can get them like on Dick Blick. You can get them on, I'm sure, Jerry's Artorama. Any of those places. But like I said, I got mine on Amazon. When I bought these, so these are just prices as of today, the 72 set was $75 and the gray set was $20. So it was $95 total for everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I am going to pause and I am going to sharpen all of these, put them in an approximate order. We're going to swatch them out according to a newer swatch that I am going to do, and I'll kind of explain that when we come back. And yeah, so I will be right back. All right, so I went ahead and I sharpened both the gray set, which you're going to see everything is all empty. I did go ahead, put everything in a pencil case. Isn't that pretty? I'll leave a link, like I said, to the Lyra pencils themselves, and I'll leave a link to this pretty case. So I'm going to take this off. I don't know about you, but I never keep the handles, the straps on my pencil cases. But this is what I did. I did put them in order. I just left them in color number order. They kind of seemed to go in a pretty good order. I don't think this brand I switched anything up. Yeah, I think I just left them in the order they are. So, of course, I'll probably be moving some around. So this is what was in the set, and then the gray set. And then, of course, we had our two Splendor blenders. So we're going to try them out too. So let's get to swatching these out. Now, I am going to be swatching these, starting with these pencils a little bit differently. I don't remember if it was in the beginning of this video or another swatching video that I did. But I'm going to start swatching them in these boxes. And I got this idea from Color with Claire. Then I'm going to cut them out so that I can just rearrange them on my desk to get the final color order that I want, so I can type up the color chart. So we are going to start with, of course, white. You're not going to see. Let's get you in a little closer. So yeah, you won't be seeing this. We're gonna start light and get to dark. Just kind of wanted to get a feel for them. Okay, now on to the yellows. So this one is Cream 02. They are definitely a drier pencil. Okay, and I do see some crumbling. Let me get my brush. And then we have Zinc Yellow number 4. Very pretty color. So we're just going to go from light pressure to heavy pressure. Yeah, they seem quite dry. Not necessarily a bad thing. Then we have Lemon Cadmium 05. That's a nice yellow. We have Light Chrome 06. So now we're getting into some darker yellows. Oh, that's pretty too. Kind of similar to the previous one. A little bit darker though. And then we have Lemon number 7. That almost rhymes. There is a lot of color to these pencils though, because at the beginning I'm barely pressing. And yeah, it's a lot of color. I'm going to be curious to see how these blend, and we are going to be doing a blending test. So now we have Canary Yellow 08. Now we're getting into more of the orange yellows, yellow oranges. So we press real hard. Yeah, they do have, like I said, a lot of color to them. They go down very easily. Orange yellow, didn't I say that for the last one? 09. Yeah, so barely touching the paper, and is a nice color payout. So we'll go a little bit darker, and then heavy pressure. Getting into some more oranges. This one is called Light Orange 13. A little shaky today, so my swatching videos are going to be a little shaky. It's usually what happens when I do my swatching videos, but you get an idea of what they look like anyhow. And we have dark orange, 15. I had no problem at all with sharpening these pencils in my favorite pencil sharpener, my F-Mat, which again I love because it is rechargeable. I'll leave a link to that down below too. My exact model is no longer available, but they have an updated model. So Vermilion, 17. So we're getting into the reds. And Scarlet Lake, 18. Wonder if it would be easier for me to do it this way. I should try that once. Scarlet Lake. Okay, now as I get into some of the darker colors, even with burnishing, it does seem like there's some white left. Now keep in mind, this is just cheap copy paper, so it's going to be totally different on actual coloring books. And the test we're going to do as far as blending is on paper that's more meant for colored pencil. This is a very toothy paper. It is Spring Hill. Can't remember. I'll have to go look. We have 21 Pale Geranium Lake. I'm going to have to make these boxes a little bit bigger because it's a good thing I write small anyhow. Because, yeah, it was kind of hard to write these in. So I think I'm going to take one box off this way and one row off. Make them just a little bit bigger. We have Rose Carmine, 24. Let's try it this way. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier for me this way. Seems to be a little easier. So maybe I'll swatch this way from now on. Okay, a little bit of a pink to that red. 26 Dark Carmine. Seems kind of similar to the previous color, but it has a little bit of a darker tone to it. Light Carmine, 27. Definitely a lot of pink undertone to this one. And yes, lots of crumbles. So you definitely don't want to wipe those away with your hand as you're coloring. Rose Madder Lake, 28. Oh, that's a pretty color. Very pretty pink. Pink Madder Lake, 29. This could be kind of a skin tone. It's a little on the pink side though. Yeah, guess it wouldn't really work for a skin tone. Maybe a blush. Nice pale pink. Dark Flesh, 30. So we'll see if this is a flesh. Yes, and well, yeah, I guess it could be. And then medium flesh, 31. So this is what they're calling their skin tones, because we have dark, medium, and light. Now, this is extra loud because when I swatch, I'm swatching on my clipboard, which has stuff in between. It opens up, so it sounds especially loud on here. Maybe I shouldn't swatch on this. So the light flesh, 32. Yeah, that's a nice skin tone. Very pale. Yeah, very nice. Now, it's kind of ironic, the medium almost seems darker than the dark, doesn't it? All right, looks to be a dark red, wine red, 33. It's pretty. Very nice. I think I'm going to pause for a bit. I'm going to go over and get that paper, and then I'm going to swatch on something besides this because it is making it quite loud. So I'll be right back. Okay, the paper I'm going to be using is called Vellum Bristol Cover Digital. So there are 250 sheets in this ring. It is by Spring Hill, and I've heard quite a few people that use this for their colored pencil coloring. So, excuse me, that's why I decided when we do the blending test with those leaves, I'm going to use this paper. And again, I'll leave a link to this paper also. Okay, I'm just going to color down here on some sheets of paper. Might be a little bit better. All right, let's go into some pretty purples. We have 34 magenta. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, much quieter off of that that clipboard. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I guess I won't be swatching on that anymore. Really made them sound scratchy and loud. So we have red violet, 35. Now this one, as I color with it, where this is printed in here, it's kind of, what would you say? I don't know if you can see it. It's not hollowed out, but it's down further than the rest of the pencil. So I can feel it as I'm coloring. Nothing that bad, but kind of odd. Okay, we have a lot more red in this one versus kind of a purple in that, pinkish purple. Definitely a red violet. We have a number of purples, holy cow, for a 72 set. Dark violet, 36. Not real dark. You would think of dark violet as being quite dark, but a gorgeous color nonetheless. Blue violet, 37. And yes, you could definitely see the blue undertone. Violet, 38. a little bit lighter. So yes, I definitely will be rearranging these colors. Another beautiful purple though. Light violet 39. These are definitely not creamy pencils. I know some individuals refer to these as soft. I don't necessarily feel they are soft. Delft Blue 41. But that is just me. Everybody has their own interpretation on how a pencil feels, so, and whether they like them or they don't. Some people may hate these pencils, and some others would say, oh, they're my favorite. So everybody is totally different. That's why you kind of have to take with a grain of salt what others say about them. Deep Cobalt 43. But it kind of gives an idea of how they feel in our hands. So we have blue. Again, this is called Deep Cobalt. I wouldn't think of this as a dark color though. And then light cobalt, but look at the tips. This one is deep cobalt and light cobalt, but yet the tip is darker on the light than the deep. So another good reason for making swatches. That's why I said I never go by the color of the barrel, or in this case the end color. I go more by the lead if you don't have a color chart. Definitely a different blue than the previous, and it is lighter. This one seems to have more of a purple undertone. Then we do have a sky blue, which is always nice. This is 46. That's pretty. Very pale. I do stop, as you can see, to turn my pencil. Kind of helps with making it more burnished and when pressing harder. And we do have another lighter blue. This is light blue 47. A little bit of an aqua undertone. Very pretty color. Oh, I like that. True Blue 48. Now, I think this is going to make the swatching videos maybe a little bit longer. So let me know if you would prefer like what I used to do. When I colored this way in my small squares, it's just one real heavy application, which I guess would make the swatching go a little bit faster. Oriental Blue 49, or whether you like seeing it this way, where I take a little bit longer, but I go from lighter pressure to darker pressure. So a darker blue, very pretty. But look at the amount of purples in here for a 72 set. Paris Blue 50. Another really pretty blue. And Prussian blue, 51. Now it looks like this is our darkest blue. That's unfortunate. Because these are kind of not the same, but as far as the darkness value, they're kind of similar. We don't have a dark blue, unless there's one later on. I can't remember. Because, yeah, it really would be nice to have a darker blue. And, yeah, there is no darker blue than that. 53, Peacock Blue. Oh, that's pretty. So it's like a teal, which, you know, I love my teals. This lead was misleading. It's very, very dark. Oh, it's a gorgeous color, though. Very pretty. Aquamarine, 54. So we have a lighter one. Another pretty one. This one feels scratchier again, drier. Gorgeous, though. Night green, 55. So now we're getting into the greens, but very much a blue-green yet. That's pretty. So darker than this. These would kind of make a good color combination. Okay, we have sea green, 58. So here's a nice dark green. And let's burnish. Yeah, nice dark green. 59, Hooker's green. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a nice green. I'll have to pay attention to the green so that I can think of a combination. We'll just do a 3-color combination for the leaves. 61, Viridian. Ooh, a lot of blue in that. Well, I guess compared to the Hooker's green anyhow. And True Green, 62. So we'll see how true it is. Much truer than Viridian. Very pretty green, though. All right. Now, I believe I said in the intro part of this video, these are a thinner pencil, and I definitely can feel it as I'm swatching. Emerald Green, 63, which doesn't bother me so much, but I know some do not like, you know, a thinner barrel. Hurts their hand a little bit more. And Juniper Green, 65. So here's another nice dark green. Blue undertone. But not like the sea green either. Different. So far, none of the greens are similar at all. Sap Green, 67. Another nice green. They do have some pretty greens in here. And there are quite a few greens. And earth tones. Again, especially for a small set. Moss green, 68. Kind of goes along with the sap green, but lighter. So these two combined would be nice. Apple green, 70. Ooh, pretty. I do like the yellow greens. That's pretty. I could see this as the lightest part of a leaf, your highlight color. Light green, 71. That's pretty too, another really pretty highlighting color. Yeah, nice lime green. A couple darker greens it looks like. Gray green, 72. Oh, that's different. A lot of gray in that. That is a different kind of color. That's neat. That's pretty. And a couple of olive greens. Olive green, 73. A lot of brown in here. And we have cedar green. I believe this is the last green. Not quite so much brown as the olive green, which makes sense. So again, colors will definitely be getting moved around. All right, into the earth tones. Van Dyke Brown, 70. Oh, wait a minute. 75. Nope, got them mixed up. Good thing I'm looking. Dark Sepia, 75. Very nice dark brown. Now we have the Van Dyke Brown, 76. Another nice brown. Kind of a mid-tone brown. Raw umber, 80. Another nice brown. Ooh, I'm liking these browns so far. Brown ochre, 82. So a lot more yellow orangish of a brown. Is that a word? We have a few that look real yellow, so I don't know if I will be leaving these down here or putting them up by the yellows. Gold ochre, 83. Yeah, very yellow. I think I'll be moving this. but nice color. And then ochre, 84. Yeah, another one I'll be moving. Definitely very much on the yellow side. And finally, in the yellows, we have light ochre, 85. Yeah, so I'll be moving these three. Kind of similar. This one is, it's the shade darker. We have burnt ochre, 87. Oh, that's pretty. A lot more on the red side. I was going to say it looks almost like a cinnamon, but look what the next color is. We have a cinnamon, 89. Oh yeah, definitely. Very pretty. I like these kind of colors for hair. Very nice. Venetian red, 90. Definitely a red undertone, but another very pretty color. So far, I do like the variety of colors that they have. Pompeian red, which I've never seen Pompeian with a J in. Have you? I've seen it with the two I's, but I looked very closely at it, and it's E-J-I-N. So I've never seen the spelling like that. Very much a red undertone. But again, beautiful color. Then we have Indian red, 92. So a lot of browns with the red undertones, which I love. I love the reddish browns. Again, beautiful hair color. Now this one I wasn't sure if this should stay down here or not, because it looks kind of like a pinkish red. Burnt carmine, 93. Yeah, I'll be moving this. I don't think it belongs down here. Again, very pretty color though. All right, get back in your loop. There we go. And another one that looked very much on the red side, but it is called purple, 94. And it certainly does not look purple. No. Not sure why it's called purple. But it very much goes along with the burnt carmine. So these two would blend together beautifully. Right, we are going to be starting with the grays. Now these are grays that come with the set. Light gray, 95. Ooh, very light. I almost can't see it. What does it look like on camera? You can see it a little. Then we have silver gray, 96. Oh, that's a pretty gray. Now, medium gray 97, I received 2 in my set. And did not get a black in my 12 set. So, I guess I don't care but because the medium gray is also in the 12 set, I have 3 97s, medium grays. I've said in the past, though, I'm not a big gray user, although this is a nice gray. I'm not going to say anything about it. And then we have a dark gray 98. So we do have some nice grays in this set. But again, if you use a lot of grays, you will most likely want to pick up the additional gray set. Then finally, we have black in this 72 set. 99. It's not a real deep black, as you can see. Let's go on to the grays that were in the extra 12 set. Now these are the grays, the 6 grays that are not included in the 72 set. The other 6 grays are duplicates. So this one is 195 light gray warm. So you can see the numbers are different. 72 set, they're only 2-digit numbers. These are 3-digit, 195, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 299. We have 2 additional types of black in here. So we're going to see, maybe they'll end up being a darker black than what's in the 72 set. And again, very light, very pale, warm gray, whereas the other pale one was very much a cool gray. So we have all of the warm grays in this set, whereas the 72 set were the cooler grays. So again, if you like warm grays, you may want to pick up this set. 196 silver gray warm. That's nice. Definitely can see the brown undertone in this. Where am I? There we are. Then we have 197 medium gray warm. And then the dark gray warm 198. So a nice succession in gradients in the grays, the warm grays. Now we come to those 2 blacks. Wait a minute, where was I? There we are. So this is 199 black soft. And then we have black hard. So again, we're going to compare them. Black soft. And it does feel softer. It's a softer lead. And it does seem to be a darker black than the black in the, but yet, yeah, we'll have to look at them and compare them. Then here's the hard, excuse me, the black hard 299. This feels like a graphite pencil. It's very, very smooth, but it feels like a graphite pencil. It's like very slippery. Gonna smear like a graphite pencil. Kinda, not real bad. But yeah, it's a slippery pencil. Interesting. It's almost like a metallic pencil. I don't know if you can see. It's almost shiny. If you can see that or not. But yeah, it's almost like a metallic black. There you go. So very, very different. Okay, and then the rest of the 6, like I said, are the repeats from the 72 set. So let's zoom back out. Let's look at all of the colors. I'm just going to get all of the crumbles off. Didn't notice it as much down here, but there were some crumbles. All right, beautiful yellows. Love this. These two are kind of similar, but there definitely is more yellow in here. I would say these two are maybe the closest, but again, this one is darker, so they are all different. Vermilion and Scarlet Lake are quite similar. You know, some of these are quite close, but like even this is different from this. So they are all different. The pinks too, love these for flesh tones, especially this one. And we get into our beautiful purples. Some very much with the blue undertones. Really nice light blue. Getting into our aquas. These two are kind of similar. Quite similar. The True Blue and the Paris Blue. And also the Night Green and the Peacock Blue. But yeah, they're quite similar. And the greens themselves, this is a very nice darker green. Bluish green, like a dark teal. Yeah, really nice greens. And this gray green, it's a really nice color. So yeah, none of the greens are real similar. Nice assortment of greens. I love these 3 browns. Really nice browns. Again, the cinnamon and Venetian red are kind of similar. But yet a little bit of different undertone. And then we do have this Pompeian red and Indian red. They're different also. And then the burnt carmine and purple, which I'm going to be moving. Then we get into the grays. Black is almost similar, you know, to the dark gray. I mean, it is a little blacker, but a little bit darker. Then we come to the extra 6 grays. And these are your warm grays. And then the 2 blacks. Like I said, this is very much like a metallic black, like almost a regular lead pencil. But yet not a lead pencil, more of a metallic black. But if you look at the blacks, the black and the black soft, yeah, are very, very similar. But yet this does feel softer than this. So I can understand why it's called that. And then, yeah, the real slippery black. So what do you guys think? What do you think of the variety of colors? I really like the colors that they picked for the 72 set. Very, very few are, you know, almost identical. There are a few that are, you know, close. And like I said, I can't believe the number of purples in a smaller set of 72. That is unusual. It'd be nice to have a nice pale pink, but the Pink Madder Lake is, you know, a lighter pink, very pretty. Otherwise, I think it's really balanced. We do have a couple of nice oranges, which again, you don't always get in your smaller sets. Some reds. So yeah, overall, I think it's a very, very nice set. Now, let's pick out some greens to color in a leaf. And I'm only going to color in the one. And then we're going to try the Splendor Blender on it. So, I want to pick something that's far enough apart that, you know, we can really blend. Maybe we'll use the apple green as a highlight. Should we do the apple green, the cedar green, and sap? They do have a little bit of different undertones, but it'll be nice to try to blend those together. And then let's just try it. We're going to pick 74. And that is here. So we have cedar green, apple green. Trying to get them out with one hand. And what was I going to do? Cedar green, moss green, 68. All right. So let's go over the leaf first with our light color, just so we're not kind of starting out on, you know, white paper. Oh, it's going down very nice on this paper. I'm not hardly pressing at all. Wow. Nice. Okay, and then our darkest color was, yeah, see these two, cedar and moss. Well, our cedar is darker, so we're going to go with that down at the base. They are kind of, you know, not too far apart, so. And I am more of a blender than a layerer. So then we are going to go with the moss green. Going back over the darker green to blend them. So they are kind of close in value, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. But then we come in with our apple green. And kind of going over the medium green. And we're going to do one more layer. So we are going to start out with, I keep forgetting which is the darkest, cedar green. Now I'm going to put some heavier pressure down. And lighten up. Then we're going to come back in with the moss green. Again, kind of coming back over the dark to blend them. Coming up. They do seem to be blending together very nicely. Then we come in with our lightest color again. And I kind of have a tendency of kind of just going back and burnishing with the lightest color. I don't know if everybody does that, but it just kind of seems to pull it all together. So they do blend together, and I am almost off camera, sorry. They do seem to blend together quite nicely. Like I said, our darkest two colors were quite similar, so you may not be able to see the difference in there a little bit. But yeah, even the lighter color, that's quite a bit lighter, blended in really nicely. Now let's try the Splendor Blender. See if we can get the rest of the white specks out. maybe I shouldn't have burnished quite as much as I did, because it's hard to see it doing anything. Let's just, yeah, let's go on this. I'm just going to do a little bit of a lighter application here. Yeah, these two colors were way too similar. I'm just going to do this real quick, just to see what that Splendor blender can do. But yeah, they blend together very nicely. All right, let's see. We'll start with the light color. Oh, it does help to blend them. Now, I'm not sure. This has a very grayish tone to it, like a warm gray tone. So, but it doesn't seem to be, you know, distorting even the light green. Doesn't seem to be doing the best of jobs, though. And again, this is cheap copy paper, but you know, the Prismacolor blender seems to do a much better job. So I guess I'm not a huge fan of the Splendor blender, even with their own brand of pencils. I don't know about you, but there's still quite a bit of white in here. And again, you know, I guess you have to take into consideration this is copy paper. Just going to do a little bit of a color. I'm not even going to do a blend. Let's just see what it does with it. No, it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. So, no, not a fan of the Splendor blender. I know some people are. For me, I don't think it does much. Didn't seem to improve this at all. So there's that, but as far as them blending together themselves, I think it does a nice job. So, you know, of course, leave the final decision up to you, but overall, let's turn it the right way up. Overall, I think they're very nice. Again, I heard, you know, others refer to them as soft. I myself don't feel they are real soft. Kind of a drier pencil, but yet, like I said, you do get quite a bit of color. Some of them not quite as much as others. The yellows were beautiful. And it seems like typically yellow, you do get more color out of them, at least in my experience. So there you have it. I hope this helps you in regard to deciding about the Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor pencils. Again, I'll leave links to both sets of pencils down in the description below, as well as the pencil paper, that Spring Heel digital paper, and the pencil case that I'm using for these pencils. Leave them all down below in the description. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the swatching, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up button before leaving. Leave any questions, comments, or concerns down in the comment section below. I love reading through your comments. And of course, if you're not already subscribed and you enjoy videos like this and also diamond painting videos, please consider subscribing. I do usually try to post at least one video every day. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. As always, happy coloring, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.